micro week has been wonderful. It's beautiful and sunny this morning here, so yay. Right, I don't have lots of chit chat this morning. Let's get straight to the desk. So I have done, I believe, 4 layouts with the May kit so far. Let's have a look. We've got quite a lot of turquoise going on here. With the stencil, with silver mist, black accents, and this shot of yellow. We've got then similar color for the background, but with a rainbow of color down the side. And similar sort of idea here with a rainbow down the side, but a different scale to the embellishment. So all tiny embellishments here, where these were a bit bigger. And then this is the only one that doesn't have journaling on it yet. And I still want to do a little bit more with this, but this is what I got done during the live stream on Tuesday that pretended to be Monday. Or was it actual Monday this week? No, I think it was actual Monday this week. Oh, May, you confuse me with your 2 bank holidays. Anyway, tags to build the layers up on top of that. Right, so that's what I've done with this kit so far. Loving all of this nice quality background paper. So all 4 of those are on 49 in market paper. So they just feel so nice and sturdy. I love it. Right, and today I've got 2 3x4s again. And today I don't have to block out anybody's face, so we're all good. So at the weekend, we went to see this lovely event at the Phoenix Arts, which is like a jazz bar underneath a theater. It's called The Kids Takeover, and it is, they close the bar to anybody else, and it's a ticketed event. And then it's like a cabaret of child performers. And one of WB's friends was performing. And so it's just brilliant. Young talent and kind of a mix of people who've been in, kids who've been in shows and kids who are aiming for that first show. Just so really, really lovely, talented kids getting to get up and sing a song that they absolutely love. But you're in an actual bar. The bar is open. It has that atmosphere. It's like a normal cabaret, except every performer is underage. So great fun. And we had hoped to be able to book tickets, but each kid is only allocated like a tiny number because it's tiny space. It's a bar. It's not a huge event. And we hadn't been able to get in. And then right at the last minute, we were around the corner and we got a message to say 2 of her people were sick and they couldn't use their tickets. Did we want them? Yes, we did. So we ran from class to the theater around the corner, to the bar, and had a great old time. So I wanted to make sure that we could get their smiling faces. So all 3 of them have worked together before and they're great buddies and I love it. Right, so that's what I'm going to scrapbook today. And we are going to do a composition with an 8.5 by 11 on a 12 by 12. Now, this is a composition that I use with florals really easily. So if you have a die cut pack that's all flowers, then you can do this sort of composition so quickly because the floral die cut pack will do all the work for you. So where's my Sharpie? Let me show you what I mean. So we have got an 8.5 by 11, which is kind of like this, except, you know, not wonky, Shimelle, on a 12 by 12. Yeah. And the reason that a floral die cut pack can do all the work for you is that you're going to have, I'm going to do the 2 photos here. But you're going to have a horizontal element here that today is not going to be floral die cuts because I don't have that. It's going to be a bit of paper and then embellishment on the top. But you can do this with a pack of floral die cuts because it'll take you maybe 3, 4, 5, depending on the size of the die cut, pieces to just make a horizontal piece that goes across the middle, and then you plonk the photos on top of it. And that 3-piece background of your 12 by 12, your 8.5 by 11, and this horizontal element builds all of the structure you need in the background because it then gives you an anchoring place to put your photos. It gives you 2 options to run the title either here above or here below. It can give you journaling space to go here, or if this is a paper that you could journal on, you can put the journaling over here. Lots of different options for where the journaling goes. Yeah. And then you can embellish along this diagonal. But if you already have florals here as your embellishment, you're not going to need a whole bunch of extra embellishment on top. That's what I mean by the die cut pack will do all the work for you. But I'm gonna have to do other work for myself today because I don't have a floral die cut pack. So I'm going to be using other things, but just wanted to keep that in your mind because, you know, you might have a floral die cut pack that you could use. Oh, if we done that thing where it doesn't wanna focus, come on. Let's see. Oh, you know what? It's worth me switching cameras for a second to fix that. Hey! So while I fix this, I'll tell you who I am. So hi, my name, hold on. I worry now that I'll do something wrong. My name's Shimelle. I teach online scrapbooking classes, design scrapbooking products, and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job, and that means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it's considered advertising, and legally, I need to make sure you're aware of that. So thank you for coming to watch my hashtag, hold on, hashtag advertising. I appreciate you being here, whether you are live, chatty, watch from Tomorrowland, quiet, any of those things, craft, don't craft, thinking about coming back to craft, all of those things. And you can find links to all the stuff I talk about or I use in the description box below the video. That includes all the supplies that I'm using this month, which is the May Best of Both Worlds kit, and everything I'll use next month, which you can find on the June shopping list, Best of Both Worlds shopping list, and all of that's linked with affiliate links below. Now, I've also pinned to the top of the live chat the current discount code, which is, where is it? I closed the window. Can I actually, there we go. It's spring. The word spring in all caps. Today gets you 6% off any order or 9% off if you are spending more than $100. So you can find all that. And thank you for anybody who watches live, who is answering the poll. I'm just gonna leave it on the whole time, but I think I've made my mind up now. So the whole reason I was asking do you use captions during the live? YouTube have introduced, it's come up as an option where I can go to ultra low latency broadcast, which they say will make it less buffery for you at times and can be a bit more real time, that there's not so much of a delay, but it comes at the expense of captions. I don't feel great about that because I feel like captions are a thing that I need to offer. If it's possible, then that would be great. I don't really want to say, if you use captions, you're out of luck. That feels icky. I use captions a lot for being quiet or for not being able to understand people over if I'm watching on a small device or something like that. So, and that's without any real impairment. That's just as a convenience. I don't want to knock anybody out. So right now it's about 1/4 of you use them and 3/4 don't. I kind of was like, if even one person is like, hey, I use the captions, I don't want to do that. So I will do a little bit more reading, but I think I'm going to go with the one that we're on now and see if there's anything I can do about when it gives me that message about buffering. I'll do some research and see if there's anything else I could do that would not turn the captions off. Cool? But thank you for voting, and please feel free to vote in that poll at any time during the live. Cool. Let's go back to the desk. That's enough of my face. Allison is hanging on for her order because she wants to wait until Reasons to Smile comes in stock. Right, let's test this. Will it focus now? Hey, we fixed it. Fabulous. So there is my very silly little sketch, but that's the idea today. All right. So first thing I need to do is figure out a background. All right. I don't have Reasons to Smile yet. I do have my June kit. I haven't unpacked it. It just arrived. So full sheets that I still have. I do still have this, but this is going to be a background on its own, so I'm not considering that as an option. What else do we have here? Then in the solids, I have these. Oh. I guess I hadn't quite noticed that that one is far more similar than the others have like a really white background and then a really saturated. The aqua is quite similar. Yeah. Okay, so, oh, I'm drawn to this one. Her dress was actually more of a normal blue rather than a blue-green, but in that lighting, because the lights inside the theater are really purple, her dress ended up looking more the color of his t-shirt, which is funny because his t-shirt looks pretty much the same outdoors and indoors, but her dress looks different. So this or, no, I think this one. Okay, now my other question is, how does that look with this? That's gonna work together because I want this on the horizontal bar. Okay, we got something going on here. Good, good, good. And then, oh, but this is more warm and this is more cool, so don't really want the bright white there. What do I want as the 8.5 by 11? I think that's not today. And that's very bright pink. Might need to go with something really neutral like some ledger paper. Well, let's try it. Good old scenic group paper that I'm still going through. Have I got a bit of cream based? I do. It's my least favorite of the designs, but it's basically a grid, a box grid pattern. And I can cut that to 8.5 by 11. Let's start there. Oh, I have this one too. Don't forget. Oh, and while I'm getting these bend and snap pieces, might as well do this one. So today, I'm also doing a This Year's Story live stream at 1:30 this afternoon. I am on the April forum, which is now live. And I did all my 3x4 prep, like I printed all of the photos and cut them all down to get them to the right page protectors and stuff like that so I could see what I had. And the stack of the bend and snap pieces, oh, it's just like never ending. How many did you make, Shimelle? Right. Now, 8.5 by 11 on a 12 by 12. It's a funny one. And my theory on it is that it looks pleasing purely because it's a size that we're used to. So 8.5 by 11 or A4. And a lot of the times the different ratios that I show and like my love of things that are 4 inches wide on a 12 by 12 page or something like that, it comes from the mathematical ratio of it all. 8.5 by 11, I think, comes more from being used to that ratio, and then because we do 12 by 12 pages, we're used to that big square. We're not always, because when I first started scrapbooking, I scrapbooked on 8.5 by 11 pages for a good couple years. And when I first went to 12 by 12, which I did because it was a work assignment, essentially, I found it really difficult. The transition was not easy. And so that's when I ended up going kind of back to, well, mathematically, what works here? And was able to find the things that I liked, again, based on the ratios of the page. And things like a box that is 8 by 10, I have an easier time mathematically explaining than the 8.5 by 11 on a 12 by 12. But I think this is a size that we see so often in normal life that it just feels like a good shape. And the mathematical person downstairs might well be going, no, there's a reason and you're just not knowing it. And if that's the case, fine. I am more than willing to be proven wrong by anyone whose ratio calculating here can give me a reason why 8.5 by 11 looks nice on a 12 by 12, other than it's a size that we just know and love, so it feels very visually comforting. That's my reasoning. But I started doing pages like that because in that gap, if I had been scrapping at 8.5 by 11 and then went to 12 by 12, guess what a lot of my stash was in? I had pattern paper in 8.5 by 11. I need to use it on a 12 by 12 page because now that's what I was doing. So, and that's where it came from, that I started doing that because I had whole sheets of pattern paper and I could do that. Yes, for those of you who use A4, so 8.5 by 11 and A4 are not identical, but very, very similar. So A4 is 1/4 of an inch narrower and not quite a 1/2 inch longer. There you go. Right. I want my horizontal element to go along here, and I'm going to tear it. That's your warning. Okay, but I don't want it to go all the way across, and this has a margin. So I need to take it down somewhere in between. So I'm going to come over here and take this margin off and then figure out how wide I want that to go. I want it to go to the end of the yellow. And just going to see, do I want any of the neutral box in the middle? No, let's go with the yellow. Then could cut the margin off the top if it's bothering you, but I actually think it's going to help because it includes the black line across the top. So I think that's actually going to be useful. So leave it and ink it. And this grid background paper gives me easy way to make sure everything's going to be straight up and down. So here we are. I think they need to go that way and put the one with the 3 kids on top. Just looking to see how I like these blue-green shades with that. Jenny, go check on the forum. I think I've already processed your, thing already. Yes, I have. It's already on your forum. Yep. Joanne, you're funny. Joanne says, bless you. The Adhesive Avenger asked me this morning, because he's working from home today, if he needed to make a cameo appearance after not doing the voiceover for the new video. He was like, do I need to make a cameo to make sure that people know I'm still here? And I said, usually your cameo is when you sneeze. So there you go. That was his cameo. Turns out I was right. Okay. What other paper do we want to use? Yes, I am actually on top of stuff, and I have set an alarm for myself to have a certain time of day, Monday to Friday, that I'm checking inbox for password requests, that I'm processing anything like that, because Please don't send any requests to Alice now because Alice is at home busy with a very tiny human. So yeah, I've set my alarms to make sure I don't fall behind on that again because I don't have anybody I can say, please help, please help. So I'm doing my best. Also, I said at the end of this week I would have an announcement about punches. Wednesday, next Wednesday, you will have punch content. I'm not going to say anything about the class until it all happens on Wednesday, but I just wanted to let you know. So that's my end of week announcement that the punch stuff is Wednesday. Beatrix, sorry. My husband set up my class. Oh, you mean just like your username is his name instead of yours? Or do you want to change your email address? Either of those you can do. So what you need to do is log into the forum with his name and email or whatever, the username and password that came to him. So once you log in, then go to the user control panel up at the top, and you can change your username and your email there. Okay? The only thing about email changes that you need to let me know about is if you do a class that repeats every year, so that's the Christmas classes, and learn something new. If you update your email for that, can you send me an email? I'm just shimelle@gmail.com. Send me an email if it's for those classes. Otherwise, when emails start, I go and grab them. But complicated reasons why I don't on that one, because people can unsubscribe so that they don't get emails every single year. And if I went back and grabbed it again, they'd be like, but I unsubscribed. I don't want the emails this year, and I don't want to drive anybody mad. So just on classes that repeat every year, you can send me an email. Otherwise, you can change it on the forum, and then you're all good. Okay? Thank you very much. Right, so these need paper behind them, and I want to take it from these colors. Now, I had yellow, but that was this. So, might need, oh, but I have my tags as well. Okay, so we can put in a yellow tag. Good. Which one? I like that one. Whole bunch. Oh, how funny. I thought it said Orpington, which is not far from here. It says Orrington. No, different place. Apparently it's in Maine. Right. If you do have one of those repeating classes and you want to update an email address, or if you pay from a different account and it's created you a new account, or you want to send a message straight away because you know that you're paying from a different account and that's going to make it look like you're a whole new person on the system, just make sure you can just email me with the details. But the important thing I need to know is the old and new email address clearly. Which one is old that you don't want anymore? Which one is new that we're going to? So that way I can find your account from the old one and put the new one in. But please just include both, because sometimes we then have to go back and forth a few times because I'm like, hold on, I'm all great to change it to the new one, but I don't know which email it was under, so I need to know the old one too. As long as I have both, then we're all good. Right, so we've got yellow here now. What other colors can I bring in here? I've got the green there, but actually, that could be kind of cool. I kind of dismissed this as being a bit too collagey to go with this, but actually once the photo takes up a big piece of it, it's not going to look all that detailed on top. So it might indeed work. So if we overlap those like that. I want this tag to be visible and it's just a little bit too high. Bring that back down. That's better. Now I have that tag visible. Okay. So we can do this sort of scenario like that. Now, interestingly, I then lose a fair amount of this. I don't really want it to go all the way up there. That's too high. So you know how sometimes I cut the tags in order to stretch them out? I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to cut them to make them smaller. So then I can find the point where I want to cover this because I want the full rainbow to be visible here. And then I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. It's not very much, it's just a tiny bit. It's like, oh, it's 1 grid box. Must be about 1/4 inch. Okay. That one there. This one here. I'm going to have this little cut line visible, but I'm just going to put an embellishment there and it'll be all good. I think I actually like that one coming down instead of going up. There we go. Now, what do we got? Do, 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 do. Okay. Yet again, together is in the wrong blue. I like that one though. Hello, Jen. I want some of the music notes visible. I'm failing on that. Failing at that. Oh, what if I moved it over further? Better. Okay. I'm looking at where the edges come with the cutout. Okay. I think I like that a little better. And then my letter stickers. I'm trying to work out a title because I have entirely done this one because I like how it looks. Now I'm trying to figure out how do I put words into the title to make it make sense. Remember what? So the whole story that I want to tell here is about how supportive they are of each other. So trying to figure out what we could work out. I could do like friends are something. Now, I know I need to make an effort to try to use the multicolored. So what colors would I get? No, I'd be right into the blue that's not the right blue. Okay, so black it is. Right. What kind of sayings could I go with something friendship, friend related? Oh, Jen, no, you're right. And so before you came in, we were talking about it. YouTube has offered this new setting that they say would improve the smoothness, and so maybe get rid of some of the buffering and have a little bit faster connection from me to you and back again. But it comes at the cost of captions. Now, this is really interesting. Jen says she hasn't ever been able to use them on a live, so she doesn't know if that's on her end or if that's a YouTube issue. That's really interesting. I'm going to click a button here and you tell me if it makes a difference, if I can. Oh, no, the button is grayed out entirely. That's not a setting I can change. Never mind, I won't. Okay, so it must be something, something that I can't change here. But that I'll do. I've got a few things to research on this topic, so I'll add that in. How come some people can use live captions and some people can't? That's fine. They should never, putting that setting on would not mean that the captions would be gone from the replay. It would just be gone from the live. But I still don't really like the feeling of getting rid of them. But I also don't like that you can't access them at all. So let me find out about that. I tend to think captions are pretty important, so I use them more and more. Joanna says friends matter. Jean says it's giving her a setting that says captions are not enabled. And where I normally can tab between, oh, maybe it's this setting I have to change at the beginning and I can't change it once we start. I bet that's what it is. And when I looked into the latency stuff, it has turned them off. I'll double check before we go live at 1:30 to see if it makes a difference. Cool. Ah, Kelly's brain keeps going to fish are friends, not food. Nope, they're not food. These friends are not food either. I wondered about doing something like our golden or, yeah. What words have I got? Is there anything? I mean, wonderful. I had one that actually says friend, but it's in purple. I don't have that. And, you know, friends are lovely would also make sense, but no. Okay. I do like golden, but then I'd have to just keep using letter stickers. Okay, Deb, maybe I've got some setting that I didn't know, so I will sort that out. Oh, Sarah, that's a really good point. She says, what song did the friend sing? Is there any connection? She sang Happy Working Song from Enchanted. She was brilliant. I love her character work. I loved watching her. These two were in the same show with him, but they're not now. And I just loved watching both of them. They're beautiful, really good performers. Just a joy. So let's do R, still in the black lettering. Ah, Jen has been in other live streams where they've talked about this. Okay, brilliant. This is giving me all good things to research, so I will come back next week with more info. Thank you for anybody who's contributed there. I certainly don't want anybody to be going, I wish I could put the captions on and I can't. So, let's see what we can do. Let's see if next time we have any changes. Okay. Oh, see, now I've got the Friends theme song, and I'm like, friends are there for you. Do 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 do. I don't have anything on the summary words that way. No, friends are so sunny. What's up? Yeah, I know, but it's from a show called Friends. He's like, you're getting it wrong. I'm like, well, yes, but that's where my brain went. And since friends are enchanting, because she sang a song from Enchanted. I like that. I do like that. Right, but what lettering can I use then? Because I've already used the black letters. Actually, this might work better than I thought if I ink them. Oh, yeah. Okay, I was thinking these would be too bright, but actually, I don't think they are. Allison says, old lady question. No stupid questions here, Allison. What are captions and how do they change what I see? Like closed captioning where you could see the words at the bottom. Admittedly, when you get captions on a live stream, they are a little imperfect and sometimes it'll think I'm saying something completely different to what I am saying. Yeah, that's the concept. Yeah, so just the subtitles. Yeah, subtitles. And it doesn't change the picture, it just overlays the subtitles, like if you turn them on or you watched a foreign film. I do try, the other day when I did a talking to the camera Instagram story, I forgot to turn them on and I didn't realize I'd done it until the next morning. I'm like, I do try to always have them on because I'm somebody who does Instagram on mute most of the time. And I always figure if I'm using it because it's convenient, there are just as many people using it because they need to or it's a huge help, more than a convenience. So it's definitely worth it. If you see me with captions turned off, it's a mistake because I do want them on. But sometimes I mess up. Yes, it is funny when the captions get things wrong. I always find it funny because I get a lot of videos from musical theater types and the captions when they're singing, because they'll be the kind of people who are telling you a story and then they just break into song because, musicals. And the captions can't figure that out. And so it'll just give you such a bizarre combination because, when we sing, we don't use the same sort of sounds as when we talk. There's technique behind it about, vowels being wider or something. If you sing something or you say something with the sound E in it, when you sing it, it tends to be more, it has to be longer. Yeah. It's really hard to sing on a wide but shallow vowel sound like E, like your mouth goes like this. You need it to go like this instead. And so then the captions, like if you are listening to it, you can understand it absolutely fine, but the automatic captions cannot. Right. I is just a single color. So let's go with this one. Yes, I use mute on things like Instagram and Facebook, or generally stuff on my phone, because one of the things I dislike about the internet, even going, oh no, I can't spell this word. Okay, I have to do enchanted, not enchanting, because I don't have enough N's. I didn't check for that in advance, and you can't Frankenstein an alpha like this because of the way it's made. Okay, we're gonna do enchanted. Yeah, one of my least favorite things about the internet, going all the way back to MySpace, is when something starts making sound and you didn't turn it on. No, I do not like that. It creates some sort of reaction in my brain every time it goes, no. And I don't need that in my day. As I've grown up, I've realized taking out things in your life that can make you go unnecessarily saves a lot of hassle and stress in life. Yeah, so things like that on mute. Okay, can I stick that down properly? I think so. Okay, so we've got a title that now links together. Remember, friends are enchanted things. Okay. I actually kind of like that. Should I put things at the end, or is that weird because they're people? Decisions. Okay, now embellishment on this diagonal here. Yes, April. That is particularly stressful if you are at work and not supposed to be on MySpace or whatever else. And Beatrix says, I agree. When it turns on sound, I start to make more sound, going, no, stop. Yes, that's it. Oh, okay, we are liking the things. Friends are enchanted things. Let's do it. Because the color is perfect. And look at that, building a diagonal even with a title. I'm here for it. Right. How are we going to embellish this? Is there anything that can work with this, or do I need it to be more summary before I can use this? I'm not seeing anything here that I can use. Anything down here? I can use a couple of these. So I got happiness. This is perfect. Loving this. That's it. Okay. No more from there. Jen says the ice cream. Yeah, if at the theater we do interval ice cream is a very British thing. Australians, do you do interval ice cream? Have we had this discussion? Americans don't. And then they come over here and they're like, we got ice cream at intermission? Yeah, I mean, you have to buy it, but yeah. I do like the coloring of that with that paper, which is great. But I was I was also drawn to the soda can because it was at a bar. The kids all got sodas at the interval, which was like a big treat, which is so funny. I grew up in the days of kids had soda all the time, and this generation of kids drink far less soda, which is probably great and definitely better for your teeth. But it does mean that they all universally, his little friendship group, getting a soda because we've gone out to dinner or something, like, is the biggest excitement. It's so cute. Where in our house it was just normal growing up, but that's a generational thing. So. The Kiwis say they definitely get interval ice cream at the theater. Yay. Dun, 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 dun. Right, so things we could have from this one. Yellow. And this shades of turquoise. We can have some labels in here. This one is a good color. And maybe the yellow one too. Okay, definitely need a ticket stub, and I could use the 3. That's the right color, and there's 3 of them. Come back to those. Anything here? I like this red smile. Beatrix said when she was growing up, soda was also a treat. So yes, to going to a restaurant or something that had that kind of stuff, and it was it was so cool to go to a restaurant that you could get a soda. They make me giggle so much now when it has those freestyle machines where you pick your own drink and you can mix it up however you want. And I think this must be a favorite thing for quite a few kids. But he likes to go to the Fanta section that has all the different like fruit flavors and go through the whole list and put them in one cup. And I remember at one point in my childhood, we would all, this is from the part of my childhood when I was on the summer plan of have your breakfast, leave the house, come back at dinner time. And we would all plan without mobile phones, so we had to plan ahead. We had to, we would all bring a different flavor of Kool-Aid. And then when we got there, we'd mix them all up. So that's the equivalent. We didn't have freestyle machines in my day. We had to bring different flavors of Kool-Aid. So, yes. Like this one. Maybe 2 of those. So maybe this one as well. So you can see what I've pulled out so far. I got these. Now I keep forgetting, this is not actually the same collection. So that green is not in here. There is kind of a mustardy color that's a yellow with a fair amount of green in it. But it's not this exact green because they're not actually the same collection. Right, let's have these 2. And let's have some paint brushes. Okay, so I might come back with that soda can because now that we're talking all about that, I kind of like it. And it's the only bit of orange here. This sticker book also doesn't have orange, so that can bring the orange back in just a little bit. Okay, I think that gives me enough to start building. So I want a diagonal along here. Matching mug to dress today. Very Haunted Mansion, even though it's spring. It's never the wrong season for Haunted Mansion. The other day, we're now in the in-between of, is probably warm enough that you definitely don't need a big coat during the day, but once the sun goes down, it's going to get chilly. So then you have the decision of, do I lug a big coat around all day, or do I decide I'm going to be really brave and just have like a sweatshirt in the evening, which I'm going to be freezing. I'm always cold. So I did I'm just going to have a sweatshirt the other day, and I'm standing at stage door waiting for him with like a big Nightmare Before Christmas hoodie over the top. And somebody walked past and then did a double take, and they went, "It is not Nightmare Before Christmas season." I'm like, "It is always Nightmare Before Christmas season." I did not realize. Okay, so see how this one is turquoise? Now, on 2 of those layouts, I would have matched this, but I want to go the opposite. So this color's over here. I'm going to bring this one to here. So I'm not matching it. Elaine says the punch looks like a sticker hedgehog. I love that. Well, maybe that's the product I need to make. A little hedgehog figure that you can put stickers all over and they come off easily. That sounds like something I would need on my desk. And I know I want this covered here, so I'm just going to go in with this straight away. Now, label. Sketchhug 2.0. I did wonder the other day, I was like, should I actually, instead of going through paper when I'm done with all my scrapbook.com notepads, should I do my sketches on a little whiteboard, a dry erase thing? Like, that would be less wasteful. I do keep all of the sketches, but they're literally just in a drawer. I have never done anything with them other than that. I keep them there because I feel like I should do something with them. But I don't end up doing anything. So maybe I need to transition from paper to dry erase. I don't know. Okay, then we need something round. So we have the light colored label. So I want contrast there. So use the darker colored Viewmaster circle. Like that. And then yellow here as well. Okay, I'm not done with this, but I want to bring it down here to start balancing that. Liz, you get sketches and all of that sort of stuff in this year's story. Yeah. So there are printable versions. There's it takes a little time for me to get them all done. I have some time today in between the 2 live streams. I'm going to make sure that everything from last month gets a sketch updated and stuff like that. But yeah, on this year's story for this year, for 2024, in each month, there's a picture of every page that I do here with the sketch and the video, as well as then all the extra stuff that I make in that. So yeah. But the paper sketch itself, I re-sketch them all. I don't just put them in like this. I make them like a nice pretty version, not a messy one. Yep, so I put them up to the camera here so you can screenshot in case that's the best option for you. But if you have the membership, then you can find them there too. Yep. Okay, so I think this one Oh, no. Right. But this one is going to be down here. I know, I'm pretty sure January and February have all their sketches. March should be there today. April has a thread for every video, but the sketches and the still photos aren't there yet, but they will not be long. Yeah. It's getting too crowded. I should have put the yellow label lower. I don't think I can now. Maybe this comes up here. Okay, maybe this, because I want the red. The reason I don't like this down here is because it's the same size as this, which then makes it read as part of the title. So it needs to go somewhere else. Okay. This one, however, would be okay. Liz says her camera roll is 25% screenshots. Understand that. I'll try and make sure I give you an update on Monday of what has sketches and everything on this year's story, because by Monday should be, by Monday's live stream, should be all good. Right, do need to bring that red down here, so maybe now start bringing in the phrases. Okay, let's go back up here. This needs to be bigger. So what else can we put in there? Where's my cut apart as well? Oh, I was thinking that these would not be right because this yellow is kind of very neon-y kind of yellow, but the red is actually just right. So let's have that, please. Liz says, her waterfowl are most certainly not in a row. And she relies heavily on the search function in her camera roll. I adore the search function in the camera roll. This morning, WB going, he had this thing that it's kind of like, it's very similar to scouting badges, but they do it at school. And so at the beginning of the year, they can sign up and they get this booklet full of stuff. It's somewhere between scouting and Duke of Edinburgh for those who are here. So you have these like goals that you need to achieve, little projects. And he needed to turn his book in, but he was like, but this one is supposed to have a photo of me at the swimming pool and I don't have the photo. He printed out. And not remembering, because he also didn't date his write-up of the things he had to do for the swimming section. He'd written it all, and I'd observed him doing it, so I know he did it, but he did not write the date. So I can't then go into my camera to be like, okay, it's, March of, no. So I had to go in, and I remember, so our swimming pool, you're supposed to put a photo of them actually swimming, but our pool does not allow photos. No cameras or phones in the pool. So I remember I took a photo of him wrapped in a towel before he went through to the pool. And that's so, because not even searching for pool or swimming was going to help. And I ended up searching for towel, and that came up because he was in a towel and the search function knew it, which was hilarious. Like, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. Yep, found it. Yep, it was there. All right, so I'm going to carefully peel all this up and put this behind. I love that search function. I also love the search function for helping you find things that you didn't know you were looking for. So the number of times that I go searching for something and it brings me something that wasn't what I was searching for in addition, but I'll be like, oh, I totally forgot about that. And I love it. I love it. Okay, so this is way too big. Maybe more like that. I want it inside the yellow, not outside. There. I know, you're like, Shimelle, you covered most of it up. That's what layering's about. And it's red, so it doesn't take very much to be like, oh, look, red, red, red. See? You don't need a lot of red to make a statement. Okay. Do I have any of the Polaroids left other than this strip that I'm saving to use as a strip? Good question. Let's see. Oh, I forgot about the rub-ons. I do have Polaroids. Okay. Because I'm needing something to make this taller. But actually, both of those are quite big. Could use just part of it, but I don't think that's the answer. Okay. Now, this has the blue I don't want in it. That's okay. Bluectomy. Be gone. Now, piece it back together. Oh, I probably shouldn't have inked that inside bit though. Okay. Now we pull this up. We use the grid to line it up. And we only go to the yellow. Yes, little rainbow. Yes. Okay. Then I think the paintbrushes are actually going to end up separate. And I wasn't expecting that, but now I like the idea of it. Like this. Yeah. So you could leave them off if that's not your thing. But I think it's going to add a little bit of nice framing to the top. Uh-oh, what have I done? That bit that just went down, pick it up. What did I put down? These? What did I drop, Elaine? I'm not seeing it. The red sticker. Red sticker here, red sticker there. Was there more? Label there. Okay. Oh, okay. You can take Mickey out of my layers any day. I just also reserve the right to not get the joke because I'm convinced that you're telling me I've dropped something physically and need to save the page. Actually, I think this might be better underneath the orange soda. Who likes orange soda? Oh, I get it. Sorry, Elaine. You're totally right. The bit I just put down. Pick it up, put the rainbow underneath. You're absolutely right. Hi. I'm socially awkward and fail to get jokes in a timely manner. But you seem to allow it, so it's okay. We're all good. Right, let's talk about some confetti elements. We got these 2 sheets with confetti, and then we got all the enamel dots, which apparently it was really important for me to have all of them because I don't know if you tracked how many enamel dots I've been using, but oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't think about that. Sophia, hi, by the way. I'm clearly very brain tired. I kept seeing TYS on the website, and my brain keeps reading the Y as your, like Journal Your Christmas, and then getting thrown because the Y is for year. Right, confetti elements. So, do we have any pieces we might want from here? Kind of like this limited edition one. Yeah. Or here. No. It interferes with the title too much. Like it better there. How many yellow stars do I have left here? 1, 2, 3. We'll take it. Could this work color-wise? The green is great. The lettering color, not so much. One star there. Ah! Why are the stars taking the backing paper with them? One star there and one up here. The 3 stars on the page is absolutely not a reflection of her performance. 5-star performance. I just only have 3 stickers. Okay. Enamel dots. Right. So I've got these. So I need kind of these colors plus the red. Right. So let's have actually. Let's bring the green in, because that was what I didn't have in embellishments. And then up to here. Medium size green. And a tiny one in red. Like that. It's only 9. Right. We've got some yellow twine to put through those tags. I've had this in my stash for probably all of WB's life. So I've made it a focal point on my desk to be like, use what you bought, Shimelle. Use the twine. Is the title complete? Yes, the title is complete. One there. Not loving that. Let's try the other way. Kelly is loving the layers. Thank you. I may need to get the sticker set, the Simple Stories rainbow of words and stuff, because she is enjoying that one. It is particularly handy. Don't be thrown by the cherish type keys. Oh, I think you had to live through that era of scrapbooking where everything had the word cherish on it. Just be like, you know what? No. I'm going to do one each direction. Would that make you happy or unhappy? Curious. All right. These will flatten out with time. I'm not going to fuss with them too much right now. Yeah, title runs all the way through here. Remember, friends are enchanted things, because she sang a song from Enchanted. Got it? Okay, and I've got some journaling space here and journaling space here, like that. Gold. Jen keeps hearing some enchanted evening. You may see a stranger. Something like that. Oh, gold on the turquoise is a bit gorgeous. But I need some of these to be bigger circles. Circle, not oblong randomness. Okay, so this little paintbrush bit at the top that is different from everything else, how do we connect it so it doesn't feel like it's from some other page? So you can leave it off entirely, of course you can. But what if you like it, but you just want it to feel more connected? Well, shockingly, the answer is going to be more. So look at what you have down here at the bottom of this frame and figure out, although you don't want to replicate this exactly, what could you add from this up to here that would bring it together? So I know I don't have any red phrases, right, that work. A melon, memories, picnicking, and beat the heat. None of those work. Anything in that color, flip-flops, nope. This one, memories is fine enough, but I don't think that's going to work because it's such a different style than what's down here. So it would only be color. And that's not doing a huge favor. So let's look at other elements that are here. Viewmaster. I don't suppose I still have a red Viewmaster, do I? No, I think it would have been that one. Do not. Did use everything that I pulled onto the sticker hedgehog. Dun, dun, dun. So that means dots are the thing. So I'm going to have 12 instead of 9. With the big one in red, because that's the color I'm missing up here most. I also don't have any green. So we'll add that in. And then we've got one tiny yellow here, so I might as well use that one. Now, this will feel a little bit more connected once the journaling is in here because it won't be an open space. So that will help a little bit. Joanne has 2 bottles of Gold Heidi Color Shine left. I'm not sure you can announce that in public. Okay, right. So let us have a little zoom in. Nope, wrong window. There we go. So we've got this little cluster of fun over here. Title looks like that. Little cluster down here at the bottom. And then just a small bit to the right of the photo with his 2 lovely friends. Sorry, that's blown out with the exposure, but it says limited edition. There we go. All right. So I think I may end up writing the date or something in this one. But there's going to be journaling here and here, I think. And that is layout 5 for the May kit. So if you enjoy this layout, if you enjoyed watching it happen, or you like this idea, or you enjoyed the video, and you want to give it a thumbs up, that'd be super duper fabulous. It helps your feed have more videos that you like in it, and it helps things behind the scenes for me, where I get to do things like figure out what's the deal on that new setting where I can't turn captions on and all of that. I'm going to go research all that caption stuff. I have a feeling it's a setting that you can't change once you're live. So I will see, I'll see in the middle. Rebecca says, did you cut the yellow in half so it's longer? This one, I actually cut it and overlapped it to make it slightly shorter. Yeah. Any other questions? If you're in this year's story, I'll be live on the forum at 1:30 p.m. UK time today. And then again, Monday morning, starting nice and early, 9:30 for a session on Monday morning. Okay? I hope you have a great weekend. I shall see you soon. Bye! Thanks so much.